Yo, world, we here. I know what time it is. Welcome to Lead Through Sports Spotlight, interview number 11. And tonight we got Chris Copeland, my guy, my dog, from when we was youngins, man. Great episode on the horizon. Let's go ahead and send this out to some people. Trying to get this joint out. Send separately. What's going on, everybody? Dolls, I see you. Gab, I see you. Natasia, Maya. I'm about to add you now, Chris. Let's talk. I just added you. Hope everybody's doing well too. Ash, I see you. What's going on? Chris Copeland.
What up?
My dog Chris, what's up, boy?
Chilling, man. Trying to get I said I'm set up, but I'm ready.
I feel it. Look like you just got done working out.
Nah, I got done putting my baby to sleep.
Oh, facts. That's nice, man. Congratulations on the new family and everything, bro. I know you excited,
I appreciate it,
man.
Yeah, bro. It's honest. It's surreal.
I feel it. Yeah, nah, I bet, man. I want to have that feeling someday too.
How you doing, though?
I'm good, man. Just living life, trying to grind, man. Just trying to, make my way. You know how it go, man. You know how it go, dog.
I feel you.
So for those,
I haven't seen you since you were on your recruiting trips and you was in Orlando.
That was like 2018, 2019.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, we had a good time both times too.
Yeah, I know.
We had a good time both times too. That's my guy. Yeah, man. That was a fun time. We got a link soon too, though.
I know. I
You
should
know
be
what I'm
coming.
saying?
I gotta get back up to Virginia anyways. My mom's coming down this week, Mother's Day and stuff. So
that's good stuff. Tell her I said Happy Mother's Day too, man.
I will. She's out there. I had to close the door just in case he starts crying.
It's all good. So for I see a couple new viewers on here. For those who don't know, Lead Through Sport is a student athlete development initiative that inspires student athletes to enhance their leadership skills and to use sport as a tool to navigate through life. As you know, Chris, there's a million, student athletes who think like they're going pro or it's pro or bust. I don't got nothing else to do. And I'm bringing in people like you and other people who are successful after sports to, give them something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So give us a quick little, background on yourself.
So basically, I'm born in New York.
Salute.
Had some, father passed. That's how I came to Virginia. My father had passed away. I moved out to VA. First sport was basketball. I played for Aberdeen Cobras. We're gonna take it back to Aberdeen Cobras. That's when I met some other people that was on this Lead Through Sports before. Ben Sealy was one of them. Played with him. That was one of the guys I played with at Aberdeen, and then basketball my first sport. And then your dad is the one that made me go play football.
Yes, sir.
So Coach Scott was like, told my mom, I was like, yeah, you should, go. You should take him out to go play football. So that's when I started playing football.
Hold on, Chris. We're gonna get to that. Tell us your school background so we can get to that.
Oh, school background. Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah. So school. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, school. Went to Bethel High School. The only reason I became a civil engineer is because my brother wanted to be a civil engineer. So when I chose VMI, I declared as a civil and environmental engineering major. They didn't give you like a year to. They didn't give you like any like type of year to figure out what you want to do. You had to come in knowing what you want to do when you go to VMI. So went to VMI, and then I started working at Skanska. Skanska moved me to Orlando, and in Orlando, I went to Superior Construction afterwards. Worked there for 3 years in a pretty much a promoted position from where I came from, and then I left there this past February, moved to Tampa, Clearwater area, to work with the company I work with now, which was another promotion and now I'm an assistant project manager, managing over engineers and some other subcontractors. It's pretty much the same work that I do, but I'm just like another tier up. This project's bigger, so it's like a $600 million project. The last one I worked at was $234 million. So just the responsibilities get a little bit bigger, but that's what we do. Pressure.
That's real.
We call them shake through the pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you already
So
know
it is
that.
what it
You
is.
know that New York style. Hey, do you have a Chris? You gotta see your face. You got a light you can put on or not?
I'm dark.
A little bit.
Let me see.
I mean, it's not a big deal, but I like people to see you a little better.
How that look?
That's better. That's better.
All right.
That's better. So, how many sports did you play growing up?
Sports,
other than football and basketball.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, I was always interested in like hockey and I rollerbladed and stuff like that. I wanted to do like the extreme sports like snowboard.
Yeah.
But I didn't snowboard until like I was like fresh out of college. I went on my first snowboarding trip. And that's like, but I wanted to do those type of sports, but no, just basketball and football.
That's and for those who don't know, me and Chris, like, we met each other, I think we was like 10, 11?
Yeah, it was 11 and under.
Yeah, 11
no.
under.
Yeah, 11 under. I moved to Virginia when I was 10, 11, and I started playing. I don't know why this thing keeps wanting to go down. Yeah, that's when I started playing basketball when I got down here. I think it was like 10. It's 2004 when I moved, so that's summer.
Facts.
Yeah. So
yeah, and like you said, like that, you playing rec league football was the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah.
For real. No, and let's talk about that middle linebacker core in intermediates. You. It was like me, you, Isaiah Gibson, I think.
Yeah, Taquan. I remember Taquan. I remember Taquan McCutcheon. That's his name.
Taquan.
Yeah, Taquan McCutcheon. Yeah.
That was a wild defense.
Yeah, we was raw.
Yeah, no, that was a wild defense. Yeah, salute Coach Scott for that, man.
Yeah, man.
What made you choose football, going forward through high school and college?
Well, I mean, I think I already knew because I wasn't growing and I was either the tallest guy in the team and I'm only 6'2", so I'm not going to be a center in college.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess while we're playing basketball growing up and we're going through 12 and under, 13 and under, then I get on JV and my skills as a guard wasn't developed. They weren't developed. So, but I was playing football this whole time and I already knew I was aggressive. I mean, I had an aggressive mindset, and that's why your dad told me to, said you should go play because you're aggressive and you're big. And but yeah, no, I mean, after I think I was on JV 8th grade, and then once I got to high school, I was playing football on JV 8th grade too, and then I already knew I was making a football team, but I wasn't too sure about making the basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
Cut my ass. But then I was just like, well, time to just go full throttle in football, and then that's all she wrote after that.
And what grade was it when you started getting looks?
11th grade. Yeah, I got my first offer 11th grade. VMI was actually my first offer, and then Townsend University offered me, HU, Norfolk State, and some like Shawan. And then I tore my ACL. So during my senior year, I tore my ACL.
Really?
Yeah, and then I tried to, certain schools kept their offers, but we'll get to that part on how it was put in perspective for me about early on, as I was 17, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that good stuff we're going to get into a little later.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. What was your mindset like when you was in high school? Were you thinking about life after sports? Did you have a plan set in your head, going forward post high school? You know what I'm saying?
I would say the only reason I didn't know what I wanted to do. And it's a good thing I had an older brother that was only a grade ahead of me. So like I told you earlier, he wanted to be a civil engineer. And as a young child, I always wanted to do what he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm in 9th grade, I'm freshman in high school. So I'm just like, well, I'm gonna be a civil engineer too. So that's what my brother's gonna do, and we can do that together. Because I just want to do everything with him. And so that's how I got on that path. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna be a civil engineer. I'm gonna take all the classes in high school. I mean, I was always like, driven educationally, because I guess just like in middle school, dealing with like my father's death and stuff like that, like just from young, I was getting in trouble. Not like a lot of trouble, but my mother put it in perspective early. Was like, look, you gotta like straighten up high school. And I just kind of like was driven and focused in high school. And I knew that, this is the pivotal point in my life, whether I'm gonna go to college or not, and do what I need to do to be successful afterwards.
Facts. That makes a lot of sense. So you playing football, what position did you play?
High school defensive end, and then I played receiver too on JV. But when we got up to varsity, our Coach Nelson, my brother was still playing football too. He was a senior when I was a junior, and he wanted like a lot of speed on the field, so he put me and my brother at defensive tackle. I mean, I was cool with it, like I'm used to dealing with those bigger offensive guards. So I played defensive tackle, and then my senior year I played defensive end again in high school, and then I got recruited to be an outside linebacker.
So you can choose tackle or defensive end. Tell the people, because tell the people what's your like job duty out there on the field as a defensive end or a tackle.
Just penetrate the line of scrimmage, get the quarterback.
Simple as that.
Stuff the holes. It's simple. As a defensive tackle and as a defensive end, you're protecting the edge of the defense. You're not the last line of defense, but that's where if the running back breaks out of that, that's where he can get busy and uses in open space.
Facts.
And you gotta be a good tackler when you're an outside linebacker or a safety coming down and trying to make a play.
Facts. All right, so we can ready to get into this college talk, but before then, I don't know if you've seen any of the previous episodes, but I have a game that I play called Random Rapid Fire. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions for about a minute, and you got to answer within 3 seconds. If you don't answer, I'm moving to the next one, and it's going to be a variety of questions from sports to literally anything. All right, so you got to be ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. If you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Steak.
2, fishing or bowling?
Bowling.
When's the last time you fished? 3.
I don't fish.
Weight room workouts or football field workouts?
Football field workouts.
Favorite football team? Favorite football team?
Giants.
Favorite football player? Me too.
Favorite football player?
Yeah, 3.
Me.
Your top 3 athletes all time? 3.
Lawrence Taylor, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant.
What position would you have chosen if you didn't play defensive end or tackle?
Running back.
Linebacker?
Running back.
I like that. Favorite song from your catalog?
From my catalog?
Yeah, from your catalog.
Oh.
3.
Oh, man. Queen.
Yeah,
you ain't heard it yet. Queen. Yeah. It ain't come out yet.
Okay.
It's coming.
Okay. How many performances have you had so far? 3.
4.
Describe your music in one word. 3.
Vibe.
2. Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
What is your baby's middle name?
Cosmo.
Favorite part of parenting?
Just holding my child.
Favorite thing to do in your spare time?
Lift weights.
And give us one quick life lesson that you've learned in the last year or
so. Money isn't everything.
That's real. I like that. Money is not everything, because there's a million people out here chasing money and forgetting the purpose of life, and that's how you lose the principles. And we won't do that around here.
That's right.
We do not do that. So let's fast forward to college, man. Your first time being on a college campus, what was that like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the total college experience for you? How was that? And I'm not talking the football side. I'm just talking about adjusting to free time, not having school from 8 to 3. You choose your classes, so you have so many distractions. You know what I'm saying? What was that adjustment like?
So I guess my first time on a college campus was at HU. when I was a senior, if you want to like say the first time on a college campus was with my brother.
No. I'm talking about like you going
Like
off to
my
college,
first time. Oh
telling your
man, a
parents I'll
VMI
see you
dude.
later.
First time on VMI's college campus, bro. We was getting matriculated, and we was marching up. We was marching up to barracks to get yelled at.
Chris, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what that means.
So matriculation is pretty much the beginning of the school, and you're starting your freshman year as a rat. You're not even they call you rats. You're not even a cadet yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I was there earlier for football camp, and then Hell Week we participated in. So I was on campus for football camp, but as far as like the school year starting, that was the first day.
Yeah.
We were in the gym, and the basketball gymnasium. They called our companies.
Yeah.
Because we had our tags on. we walked down. They marched us all the way up to barracks, and barracks is like our dorm rooms. And y'all can look it up on YouTube. They actually have our like the class of 2015 matriculation on there. You know, like as a freshman, I mean, we just get into the school, so we really don't know what's going on. We looked it up on YouTube while we were in camp. We were like, man, this look crazy.
Yeah.
You walking in there, the drums, boom, boom, and then you marching, and it's just like the barracks look different at this point. Like you was in barracks the whole football camp, and now the barracks looking spooky, and you walking in there, and everyone marching and synchronization, and it's crazy. So it was a hectic day.
So it was a whirlwind. That was a whirlwind, basically.
Oh yeah, but it was also it was just like, I can't believe I'm here.
Yeah.
This is what I chose. At that point, you're just like, me personally, I don't like to quit. Like, I don't quit things. So I'm like, I chose it. This is what we gonna do. Like, I rarely complain, but that was just like trying to turn off. But yeah, that was my first experience at VMI when school started, and then obviously college when the classes started. We had to do silly things walking out of our dorm rooms. We had to strain. I'm not going to demonstrate it, but it did help. It helped your posture. As I know the reason of it. It helps you. It actually made me taller.
Mm-hmm. And for those, just a second, for those who are watching and don't know what he's talking about, remember he went to a military school, so he's explaining, the military school life. What's up, Big Cope? I see you, boy. Brother in the comments.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah. Wait, you keep going.
But yeah. So that it actually, like I said, it made me taller in a sense, and everything they did had a purpose to it. Our school days, after hindsight, you're like, dang, that's how real life is.
Mm-hmm.
You got, at least for freshmen, we had to wake up at 5. They would come wake us up.
Yeah.
Obviously, all this stuff ended in January, and then we became cadets. But in the beginning, they woke us up at 5, and we would do a workout, go shower, then eat, go to class. So I wake up at 5 now. All it did was really just train us for the real world if you're going into the corporate world or if you're going into the military. So that was a typical day. We had a schedule. I know the most credits I took was 18 during football season. So they weren't playing about that.
So you took 6. Hold on. So you took 6 classes while playing?
Yeah, bro.
That's a lot.
18 credits. Yeah.
That's tough. That's some good stuff. So since we
everyone had that, almost everyone had to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Since we're on that right now, so tell us about the adjustment it was coming to adjust for getting your schoolwork done, having to balance practice, weight sessions, and the military all at once. Tell me how that was. Like, walk me through that process and how you dealt with it.
I had to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I wasn't going to quit.
Nah, fact, but like tell me, like, maybe like give me an example of like some of the struggles that you've had balancing.
Right. Well, I mean, there was a lot of struggles at VMI, especially coming from, Bethel, like being a majority, then going to being an absolute minority. I mean, they did a lot to fix VMI in the past couple of years. Don't get me wrong. I'm proud to be from that school. So there was a lot of things that was messed up. Not messed up, that just needed to be corrected about the school. It was founded on a Confederate officer, so Robert E. Lee, and the statue was, right in front of the school. So those are certain things I would say that was probably the biggest hardship as, a minority athlete going to that school, already not used to having people just, yelling at me. I'm big, we're all big football players, and we got other, just people just yelling at us, and we're just like, man, get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that, and they would mess with you intentionally because you play football. So sometimes it'll be hard to get out of barracks because you got to go down 4 flights of stairs, and then you might end up late to class.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's one of the things. And then, just walking where you're supposed to walk, you're just trying to go to lunch. You're leaving class, you go to lunch, and then, they want to brush up on you, and then they want to act like you bumped into them. So they stop you and scold you or do whatever they got to do to think, just to build themselves up. Which those are certain people. Certain people are actually trying to teach you. Like your cadre, they're supposed to be teaching you, how to be a cadet, to make it through your 4 years at school.
Yeah.
But then there's another crowd that is just there because they just want to mess with you.
Yeah.
And that's what you had to deal with on a day-to-day basis during your freshman year. And we had our mentors that would protect us, our football mentors, they were on the football team, they were seniors. And, they would protect us. We would go to their room. Obviously, we'd do chores for them and stuff like that just to, to earn that protection. But a lot of them were just really good guys. And, like, y'all not going to mess with the football team just because you're, like, small on the inside and you just feel like messing with people, not really correcting them. You're just here just to haze.
I feel that. Brianna, I don't know when she said it. Brianna said that is crazy. And my boy, your mom's in here too. I hope she's watching. Salute Mama Copeland. Love moms. Hey, moms, if you listening, thanks for everything you did for us when we played AAU. I really appreciate that. I don't get a chance to talk to the AAU moms at all, so I just wanted to tell you that, Mom. Appreciate everything. How your sister doing?
Oh, she's great. Big. Like, she's just grown, 17, dancing, doing her dance thing.
That's good stuff.
She got accepted into VCU. So, but with the whole COVID, she might do a leap year and then go to school next year. So, but she got accepted into VCU. But she's doing great. I'll see her. She's coming down to Florida with my mom next week.
That's good. Till I said congratulations, man, for real.
No, of course.
And as Mason said, Coach, tell him about Coach Thomas.
Oh, Coach Thomas. Oh, you saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Coach Thomas. You talking about Coach Thomas that was on the comments on Facebook?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So Coach Thomas, man. Yeah, that guy. He was a good. He was a great coach. He's my high school coach. He came in my junior year and he was our defensive line coach, and he coached me and my brother. He always called us his football kids, and he took care of us. I mean, there's like, he took care of us in high school, on the football field and just like with certain things. And he was just a really good dude. He coached us. He got like the fire in us along with Coach Nelson. But yeah, man, he would call. He was just like one of those coaches that would just randomly call you, and he just kept a good relationship with us. And when I moved to Florida, he lived in Florida because he left Bethel like after I graduated. Well, probably like a year or two after I graduated. And I moved to Florida, and he passed away. Like, sorry, like it's just sad to say because I, just living life, and I'm just living life, and he always called me. I'll tell him, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna come see you, but just like a lot of work and just stuff going on in my own life.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up passing away, but he was just a great coach, great dude in general.
Yeah.
I went to his funeral just because he just always checked up on us. He was just like one of those people that just like a guardian angel that just like just stepped into your life, just someone that just felt like their purpose was other than their kids, like he would check up on us. I mean, I'm sure I know Stephen Mason, like he was on the defensive line too, and Grady, and I'm sure they had that same type of bond with him. Like he just like when he had players, he would always talk about us, and like you already saw like his wife, like he would always talk about me and my brother like to his players. Now he would call me and be like, "Yeah, I showed him your tape. This is how you're supposed to play defensive line." Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, "Oh man, thanks, coach." But it's a good feeling to have those type of people, on your side. And he was just one of those type of coaches.
That's real. That's real. Rest in peace, Coach Thomas, man. And I think that's a real good time to talk about how like we need to pay more attention to family and friends and to people that are there for us, because a lot of times, like you said, we get caught up in like our everyday lives, and like that happens sometimes, but we just need to make a better effort to reach out to people. I know I do the same thing with friends and family as well. Like I got to check on my peoples more often than I do now. So just make sure you're out there checking on your people, because these people that they support us through so much. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be there for them as well.
Yeah.
So before we transition to your career, talking about your career, what kind of lessons did you learn within your football program?
Football program. What type of lessons did I learn in my football program?
Yeah, that relates to life.
That relates to life? Oh, just in football in general, man. Adversity can strike at any moment, and you just gotta be strong enough to pull through. Because if you're not, you're gonna crash and burn. I mean, sometimes you do crash and burn, but you gotta be mentally strong enough to come back the next week and not feel sorry for yourself, and still be able to play the game that you love. And if you don't love it, you end up getting hurt out there, or you shouldn't just be out there, because there's a lot of guys on that field that do love it. But that's one of the biggest lessons that football taught me, is just like, everything can be going great, and they throw a pick, someone fumble the ball, and the whole game flip. And now you on defense.
Yeah.
Now you gotta do everything in your power to stop this game from going south. So that's one of the biggest lessons that I learned.
That's real. Ooh, and that's a direct correlation to life, boy.
It is
direct correlation, because things go wrong and you don't fix it, life gonna hit you in the face.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be 10 times worse.
Yeah, you can't leave things. You just can't. You can't be like, it ain't that bad. Like especially like within your own character, because if you don't fix your own character, you're just gonna keep. I mean, it's just sad to say, you're just gonna go on a downward spiral, because everyone knows that they have something that they need to fix about themselves. I mean, no one's perfect, but you know what you need to fix about yourself, and then if you don't, you're just gonna keep biting in the butt.
That's real. That's definitely real. That's a good one. So talk about we're in the career section now. Talk about, just real briefly, because you kind of said it in the beginning, but for those who are here now, tell us about jobs that you've had ever since you graduated. Just list them. And also, for anybody that's watching, if you have any questions for me or him, go ahead and drop them in the comment section and we'll answer.
Yes. Yeah, so, I had, since when I graduated, I mean, I just jumped right into my field. So I had an internship with Skanska for 3 summers prior to them hiring me after school. So my first job, I was an estimator, so I managed the estimating on the project that we had bid here in Pensacola. So like straight out of school, that's what VMI trained you for, to be a leader in the real, outside of the military, citizen cadets. stuff like that. But yeah, that was my first job, being an estimator. Then I got into this management program with Skanska, and that had me touching on every different aspect of engineering, construction industry. And that was honestly college 2.0, because they moved me to Orlando. They paid for my living for a year and a half. And I would say I didn't focus as much on learning the construction industry that I should have, but I learned a lot. We did safety. Safety is a big part of construction. That's one of like the biggest things in construction, because you can honestly die out there. Like, if you're not paying attention, or if you're not putting the right construction plans together, you guys can, if they're not following the plan, they can honestly die. So I did that. I did environmental, because there's a lot of runoff and that can contaminate wetlands. Field engineering, which is what the basis of what I do, putting together construction plans, managing budgets, a lot of different little things. But that was the first job I actually had out of school. And then it just kept compounding after that, and now I'm here as an assistant project manager on the project I'm on.
So give us a couple job duties that you have being a project manager, assistant project manager.
Say that again.
Give us some of the job duties that you have being an assistant project manager.
I oversee 2 engineers. This is a team of 1 PM, 3 APMs, and 7 engineers. And there's a bunch of subcontractors that we sub out to do, different types of work. One of my duties is pretty much to oversee my 2 engineers to ensure that they are following the CPM, which is the critical path schedule. Managing our budgets, making sure our quantities don't overrun. Any type of change order that needs to happen, we need to process it, explain what's going on, and then we add that money to the budget. Those are just the duties. I mean, it's simple, but it can get hectic if you don't start right. And I came to this project with 2 years left. It's a 5-year project, so pretty much I'm just trying to organize what was done before me.
Got you. Brianna said, why did you get into engineering?
Why did I get into engineering? Because of my brother.
Shout out, bro.
There's no other reason.
Shout out, bro.
There's no other reason.
That's real. So let me ask you this: at what point in time did you realize, like, and you kind of answered it, but at what point in time did you realize, like, man, I'm not, or I don't want to go to the NFL. It's time for me to, like, get this next plan going.
So, like I was saying, like we touched on it earlier, going into, like, picking the school I wanted to go to. So I tore my ACL my senior year, like this. I think it was like 5th game, 6 games, and we have a season of 10 games. I kept trying to play on it, like it was completely gone, and then I ended up tearing the other one. So I had 2 torn ACLs. God, gifted me with the opportunity to go to VMI and them to keep my scholarship. And HU had, I think they still had a scholarship for me. But, my mom put it in perspective, like, you have options at VMI. You can go to the military, if you're good enough, you can go to the NFL, and then you're going to be studying civil engineering. And that's what was the question? Sorry, man.
You kind of answered it.
I kind of answered it, right? I started going on a tangent.
It's basically your injuries. I asked you at what point in time.
Oh yeah. Why did I didn't the flip switch? Yeah, pretty much then when I my injuries.
Yeah,
and everything was put in perspective to me from my mom. So
I got you. So you told me earlier that you don't like to quit, and you've been through many adverse situations. So do you feel like those two situations from, sport helps you with what you do now, as far as, overseeing people and job duties, and know that things can get tough for you, and know that you may be put in an adverse situation, but you can't give up, you can't quit? How much value from sports did that play a part into today?
Played huge value. I mean, like I just said, like I was trying to play on a torn ACL, which
Yeah.
is honestly crazy. But I would say there's a lot of issues that happen in the field and in my field of work. You look at plans, but then you go out in the field and nothing like that is the same. So you got to create a different type of plan to fit the constructability of the job site. So you honestly can't quit because the job needs to get built, or you'll get fired because you're not doing your job. But in all honesty, it's just when I just feel like it's something deep down inside of you just says like, yeah, I'm motivated, and this is what I do. I own this, and I'm not going to quit. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it,
Nah,
but
that makes a lot of
it's
sense.
honestly just an innate nature just for me, just to not quit. And I mean, if I do quit, I'll feel it for the next 2 years.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm the same way. And you mentioned motivation. Like, so as a career coach, I teach strategic planning. And one thing that I always tell people, anybody from age 12 to 62, if you don't have a purpose, or if you have a purpose and you're not motivated, you're never going to fulfill, what you're trying to achieve. You're always going to fall off the ladder. But if you're motivated, you'll be able to wake up each and every day and be able to, want to work towards something. So you got to be motivated, and you have to have a purpose in what you do. So I'm glad you said that.
We wake up.
So wrapping up here.
Wake up. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
No, that's you good. No, I'm saying like, yeah, like you were saying, you wake up every day. Like, what is your purpose? Like we're not just waking up to go to work, but you're working towards something greater. And the way that I look at work, I mean, the fact that I'm in corporate America, and I go to work every day for someone else. I think anyone that does go to work needs to own it and make whatever they're doing like as it's there. Well, pretty much own it. I'm trying to explain it, and I'm losing my train of thought because I'm tired.
It's all good.
I'm tired, bro.
It's all good. Now, you gave us a lot of good content.
These daddy duties are hitting me right now.
But hey, I appreciate you carving out time to hop on, man.
No, you're good. But yeah, you it's like you being a corporatepreneur. I think Rock hit it in one of your videos. Mm-hmm. What you're doing, you're setting yourself up for when you go into business, if you want to do that. But
that's real. That's real. Yeah, we gonna get you to sleep soon. I got two more questions. So look, one question: do you have any advice, or what advice would you give to somebody who wants to go to a military school because they have plans to be military, and B, same thing, what advice would you give to somebody who's going to be a student athlete and just wants to be great at something in life? What advice would you give to those two sides of the spectrum?
So for someone that wants to go to a military school, I would say choose, I mean, unless you're gun-ho and going to the military, there's others, Navy, Army, Air Force. But if you're not sure, I would say go to VMI, so you can get the full aspect of what the world looks like, because you don't have to commission going to VMI. And what was the other?
What advice do you have for somebody that's went through our footsteps, that's going to be a student athlete going through college, and
right,
going to need to find their way through life?
I would say, man, there's so many good gems.
Thanks.
I'm just trying to think, like, how did I find my way through life? You just really need to know yourself. You can't be out here doing it for someone else.
I ain't heard that one yet.
You can't. You really can't be playing sports because your mom or your dad wanted you to play. You can't be playing sports or doing it because a girl you likes athletes. Because then you'll get lost. You get lost in the person you are, and you're not gonna ever be your best. You're never gonna be like who you should be and maximize your potential.
That's a stone cold heavy fact, Chris.
Yeah,
Great fact.
yeah. That's pretty much. Yeah, that's the best advice I can give.
And that's some great advice. And for those who are watching, man, this whole segment is about connecting the dots. So we're trying to take all of these experience, right, and connect how sports directly translates to life and a career for younger student athletes, current student athletes, and for anybody who's just trying to be better overall. So I hope you took a lot from this segment, because I did. And Chris, again, I appreciate you, bro. We gonna link soon, bro.
No, yeah, I need to come up. I haven't traveled much since the whole pandemic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, when I come up to Virginia, or if you're ever in Orlando, now that you're signing contracts, teaching your courses places, you might get a contract here. So that'll be dope. But yeah, man, whenever I'm definitely gonna get up to VA.
Absolutely.
So you're still in Newport News, right?
Hampton. No, don't do
Hampton.
that. Hampton.
Hey,
Love
man,
Newport News. Don't do that.
I live in Newport News, bro.
Nah, it's all love. It's all love. But yeah,
No, I'm
man,
joking.
definitely appreciate you. Appreciate moms and bro for tuning in, and I appreciate everybody who all came through. Follow Chris. Chris, what's your @ name?
Oh yeah. I mean, my @ is at Copeland. COPEWITHTHAT. I do apologize for me losing my train of thought today.
Nah, don't even worry about that.
I have to apologize, but I don't at the same time. I got a little one that I got to take care of, but it's all good. It's all good.
We respect it. We respect it. We respect it. Y'all go ahead. I'm trying to respond to these comments. Y'all go ahead and follow me at @tscotty_. Also follow my life development page / business page @_rise to the occasion. Again, I am a career coach and a student athlete development coach, just trying to give back games to everybody. So y'all locking with me, locking with Chris. I'll be back next Thursday at 7 with another Bethel alum. Y'all see on Sunday who that is. Chris, I think you might have played with him. I don't know.
What year he graduate?
It was after me. You might have been a senior when he was a freshman, sophomore. I'll text it to you. Text it
to me. And Taj, I'm loving what you're doing. I'm glad to be a part of it. I wish I could have gave more.
Nah, you gave enough, yo.
I wish I could have gave more.
It's all good, man. It's all love.
This is the athlete in me. I'm like, damn, I knew I could have gave more, but I feel like I fell short.
Thanks. Hey, May said when the hat's dropping this summer, it's coming this summer. I'm trying to work on. I've been doing a whole lot. It's a grind, but they coming this summer, Mace. I got you, dog. I got you.
I thought you already had a store.
No, I ain't had no store. I mean, I was selling shirts and hats, but it kind of slowed down. So I'm about to pick it back up.
The grind is real now.
It's real. It's different now.
I love it, though. The entrepreneur grind is real different.
It's real different. It's real different, but I love it, though. Yeah, this is my take on it. You're going to struggle either way. So, like,
why
not do it for myself?
Why not struggle for yourself? Why struggle for someone else?
Facts. Yeah, Chris, man, go ahead and get some rest. Get you some food. Go to sleep, dog. We're going to holler at you, bro.
Yeah, man, I'll call you later.
All right, man, give your son a kiss on the cheek for me.
I got you, dog.
All right, bro. Y'all take care. See y'all next weekend or next week.
Sir.